We are growing up without borders.
Today we would like to bring you on a tour of all the temples here in Siem Reap, Cambodia. And right now we're visiting one of the most famous ones called Angkor Wat.
Before you guys watch the video though, make sure you subscribe because we are taking you to every country in the world. Let's go.
This whole journey started back in the year 2013 when we went on a little trip to Europe for 5 weeks, and now we've been going non-stop all around the world.
So this is where you come and buy the tickets, and it is around 4 to 5 kilometers out of Siem Reap.
So the other thing is you can buy a 1-day pass, and the next step up is a 3-day pass. A lot of people want to go see the sunrise and the sunset, so we're thinking to do both. Today the sunset, that way we have our tickets for the following days, and you can't just send one person to get the tickets, everyone needs to go because they do take your picture, so your picture is actually on the tickets. Children under 12 are free, so Chloe, we have a bonus, she's getting in for free, which is awesome because that's going to pay for our tour guide for the day, or our driver, because you do need a driver to get around. Welcome to what would have been one of the largest cities on Earth at the time that Angkor Wat was thriving. The size would have been similar to modern-day Los Angeles, which is absolutely incredible and amazing to believe, because how in the world did this ancient megacity just suddenly disappear and vanish is still unknown, and they left no clues about how maybe a possible plague or anything else would have wiped them out. Angkor Wat was built almost 900 years ago, and it was built by King Suryavarman II in the 12th century, so around the year 1100. The sandstone blocks from which Angkor Wat was built were carried from the holy mountain of Phnom, more than 50 kilometers away. They floated them down the Siem Reap River on rafts, and from what I heard, it took them 35 years to build, 300,000 workers, and 6,000 elephants. So if you didn't know this already, one of the temples here is where they filmed the movie with Angelina Jolie, the Tomb Raider. So we're gonna go there as well and show you that. There are 2 different temples, one that is iconic for seeing the sunrise, and one that's iconic for seeing the sunset. So tomorrow morning we're going to get up nice and early to show you the sunrise. The other thing that's really interesting is the towers that are basically like the Lotus Towers, that is on their national flag. And this whole complex of different temples is 400 acres. So it is massive, like so big. And what else can I tell you about it? Well, as you see, like it's ruins right now, like they're being restored. They are doing their best to restore them based on what we see here.
And it's crazy because there's not many people.
Yeah, we came at a great time. All right, this is the ancient steps that you used to be able to walk up, which is super steep. You can walk up it right now as well, but you have to wait just a few minutes to go up. I think we're gonna do it. All right, here we go. Time to go up. It is quite steep, so if you're afraid of heights, maybe not a good idea. They still made it accessible, but it's still pretty steep. Yeah, you can see the original steps right beside us. They are so steep. And then you get to the top, and you've got this like magnificent view. So just outside of the temples, they have all these different food stands where they are serving different local foods. A little bit overpriced, but nonetheless, when you're hungry, you gotta stop and eat. Is it good?
Yeah, really good.
Is it good, Chloe? Uh-huh.
Tastes like a bit like a chicken soup, but we have vegetables.
In case you're wondering, as we were, it is free to pee when you have a ticket to come in. And there are toilets with toilet paper and soap. Always important to know. Next stop is Phnom, Bakheng for the sunset. We're gonna walk up a little mountain and this is what it is.
Where are we going?
So this is the mountain up here where we're gonna walk up for the most beautiful sunset.
So we haven't seen any monkeys, which is a good thing because I don't want them jumping on me. They mostly only jump on you because of food, but still, I'm a little scared of monkeys.
Oh, landmine survivors need your support for their family and friends. Please buy our music and CDs. You better run, 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 because here they come. You see all those tourists behind us? This is why you want to get here a little bit earlier than, well, just before sunset. So go at 4 p.m. Oh wow, look at this. You can see the whole jungle line. That's so pretty.
Make sure you have your tickets at every entrance because they do check.
And you know what else? It's limited to 300 people to come in here.
Here you go.
This is what it looks like from the top. So you still got the ruins, and then you've got people sitting here getting lined up to film the sunset. All right, girls, it is 5 in the morning. Where are we off to?
Angkor Wat to watch the sunrise.
Yeah, and at the hotel, they've prepared some really nice pastries and coffee. Okay, here we go. Morning tour. So don't worry, if you didn't have time for breakfast at your hotel, they do serve some little sandwiches here. So as you can see, there are loads and loads of people already here coming in to see the sunrise. Ticket point. Good morning. Okay, so I was just gonna say, when you come here, it's not like you have to walk through a jungle or anything crazy, but you might still want to bring a little flashlight because there's just one spot where you go up the stairs and down the stairs. Other than that, it's really good to come the day before like we did because you get a really good perspective and you kind of know in your mind where to go. Because if you don't, you'd be coming here and you wouldn't know where the best spots are or anything like that. So there's my 2 cents. Let's go see the sunrise. Just so you know, when you come here, you really need a few days to be able to take it all in, to be able to discover all the different temples and ruins because it is so massive and huge. After enjoying a beautiful sunrise here at Angkor Wat, we decided to go back towards the Shinta Hotel and enjoy yet again another delicious breakfast. After our bellies were full and we were refreshed and restored, we decided to head back over to Angkor Wat and discover more of the different temples and surrounding ruins.
Sam, only $2. No, thank you. Can you also, miss, you see? Show us the t-shirt. It's one with giraffes on it. Nice. And how much was the t-shirt? Like $2. Wow. So now we're visiting Prohm, and it is where they filmed Tomb Raider, so this is exciting. So we're actually working with India to help preserve these temples.
This is the before conservation, and then that's the after. Some big improvements. Just have to be careful in here because you don't know what's gonna fall down. Chloe! We're right here! Okay guys, if you want a little bit of perspective of how big this really is, this was the entrance that you saw with the first tree. And then we are now right here, and like all of this has all these cool trees growing through it. It's just really big. Really cool experience. We took forever in there, but you got the coolest shots, and there was hardly anybody, and it was just
like being in the movie.
It was in a movie set.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Our driver has thought of everything. He brought us some nice cold drinks. Yes. The girls, some of them are staying down, and some of us are going up because they're getting tuckered out. What's this one called?
Taiko, and it's the Chinese government who helps
to restore it?
Restore it, yes.
Oh, and the girls are coming. Let's go. This one's cool because you can actually walk all the way up. I'm actually super glad the girls stayed down because these stairs, there's something else. Like, look at this. Look at that. It's just crazy. Wow. We made it to the top. Hard to imagine, but this whole area would have been like a massive city. I don't know how many people would have lived here, but it is enormous. And where did they all go to? That is the big question, because some of the sculptures and the things that you see here is like almost like a computer couldn't do it so perfectly and so beautifully. It's just really unreal. Do you think people were taller?
Yeah.
Why?
Look at the steps.
The steps are really like big steps, right?
Couldn't be smaller. I think sometimes they're smaller because some of the doors are smaller.
I think that was to keep the heat.
Look at this guy.
Wow. So it is said that 80 to 100,000 people used to live here. It was the capital, and the Khmer people were forced to leave, and they went over towards Phnom Penh. So for us, this is the last temple of the day. This is the Bayon Temple, which we're going to quickly show you, and then it's time for ice cream. This Bayon Temple is extremely famous because of its 216 smiling, serene faces that were carved onto these gigantic towers. you see, like, these are literally just like piles of ruins and rocks, and they've got like these beautiful sculptures all throughout them. So it's like, if this is all rebuilt, can you imagine what it would look like? Crazy. We came back to Shinta, and this time it was to enjoy their amazing, refreshing pool.
This feels so good, especially after a long day visiting the temples.
Yeah, it feels amazing. So as we're sitting here, we're doing like locals tonight, eating dinner by the river. As you can see, they have loads and loads of different stands this way and that way. Check it out. Have you ever heard of something called social proof? Social proof is when basically, let's say one person starts looking up and then no one really looks up. But then if 3 people start looking up and pointing, then all of a sudden everyone around starts to do the same thing. Well, tonight we experienced that here at the restaurant because we came, we saw a bunch of German girls sitting eating dinner, and we thought, oh, well, this place must be okay, you know. And then we came, and then all of a sudden, like, more and more people came, and now look at what's happened, and it's hilarious. So you've got all these other people sitting here that are all tourists, and what's hilarious is if you look all the way down there, everyone else is still empty, but this place here is packed with all the tourists because of that one set of girls, and then us coming in.
All our meal with 3 drinks was $10. And what's funny is people went and got drinks,
Seriously?
and then everyone else went.
Yeah, everyone got smoothies, so now everyone else is doing the same thing. It's really funny.
And that includes a small little tip. He said, do you mind if I put a little tip? I said, no. He said, it's only going to be $10. I said, it's very cheap. Wow.
Crazy. So basically, this whole area has these really cool sitting spots where people can come and enjoy a nice dinner right along the riverbed. We finally got the Yummalicious ice cream.
Gelato, we deserve it.
The real McCoy. Is it good, guys?
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and give us a big thumbs up and comment down below where you're watching from. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh my gosh, it's spider time.
Tarantula. Here goes nothing.
Really
Julia
nervous.
trying a tarantula.
You can never believe I'm doing it.